In a Rio de Janeiro favela, a little boy wore a t-shirt stained with a red paint mimicking the blood spilled this week in the Brazil's deadliest ever police operation. He held up a sign reading that the children should be able to play. The favela wants to live in peace. Also, the boy was one of the hundreds of the people who marched on the Friday through the streets of the Villa Cruzeiro, one of the Rio's favelas, where the raids claimed over 120 lives in an hour-long crackdown just 3 days earlier. Also, the favelas are low income and crowded neighborhoods that are often built on the steep hillsides in the Brazils. Also, Tuesday was the day of horror. What we saw here was a massacre, said the Ana Maria, who's 18 and a resident of the neighborhood that is home mainly to the black and mixed race people and whose narrow alleys are overhung by tangles of electric wires. The Friday demonstration set out from the football field in the Rio, where the Adriano, former star of the Inter Milan and the Brazil's national team, had kicked his first ball as a youngster. Out with the Castro, stop the massacres, the protesters chanted, referring to the Rio state's right-wing governor, Claudio Castro, who deemed the deadly operation a success against the narco-terrorist. 120 lives lost is not a success, reads one sign. Castro has blood on his hands, said also another. Dozens of motorcycles, taxis, a common form of the transport through the shanty town's steep, winding streets, also joined the procession with the engines roaring. On the day of operation, the police prevented us from moving. They shot at us and threw the tear gases, motor taxi driver told the Millennium. The residents from the other more upscale neighborhoods also joined the march, including the Miguel Rebelo, a 30-year-old musician. It's important for me to come here, listen to the people, share this moment with them, look them in the eyes, he said. The police also raided, said that the targeted Rio's Carmendo's Vermelho, that is the Red Command drug gang, also has drawn condemnation from the human rights organizations. The United Nations has called for an investigation. Relatives of the same of the victims denounced summary executions. Also, Millennium journalists on the scene saw a decapitated body. There is a lot of pain, indignation, but we are gathered here to ensure that this never happens again, said Monica. Also, the city councillor, that is of the city Marilla, also assassinated in the 2018 in a crime that shocked Brazil and the world. The most terrifying thing is to see the part of society applaud, saying that the only good criminal is a dead criminal, lamented the 39-year-old. Also in the statement on the Friday, the advocacy group that is the Human Rights Watch HRW denounced the police action since the raid, charging police did not preserve the crime scenes for analysis or establish a rigorous chain of custody for evidence. The families of the people killed in the October 28 raid, included those of the police officers, deserve to know the circumstances of their loved ones' deaths, said Caesar. Also, despite widespread outrage, opinion polls in the recent days found a majority of Brazilians approve of the bloody operation. A national mobilization is needed to combat this organization, which is no longer just a criminal organization but a terrorist organization, employing guerrilla tactics and oppressing community residents, Philip Curie, the head of the Rio Civil Police, told the reporters. He also said that he had so far identified the bodies of 99 criminals. Among the dead, 42 of them subject to arrest warrants and 78 with extensive criminal records.